Hi there, I'm Gracia, owner of GetOrganizedNow.com, and today's video focuses on making your after-dinner cleanup duties go by as quickly as possible. Now I'm going to show you a couple of visuals just to kind of help you remember some of my tips today. The first thing I do to make after-dinner cleanup a snap is to think about after-dinner cleanup a little bit earlier than that time. And that time is when I am prepping and cooking. Okay, so when I am prepping and cooking, I am using this simple plastic bowl, and it can be any bowl, any bowl that you have in your cabinets. And as I'm peeling veggies or, cutting up celery or whatnot, there are always going to be peelings and scraps, etc. And I don't want to be walking back and forth to my trash can to throw them away or, whatnot. So I always do all my prep in one area, and as I am cutting up the veggies and peeling the veggies, I put all the scraps into this bowl. And then, of course, when I'm done with all of that, then all this I need to do is put the scraps from this bowl in the garbage disposal, or if you have a compost pile, you can put it in the compost pile. You can put it in your trash can, whatever you do with your veggie scraps. But, don't do anything with the bowl until you're completely done prepping, and then, you can take care of it all at once. So this is a really, really good idea, and it helps to make after dinner cleanup a snap because everything is in one spot. Okay, the next thing I do, and I'm going to visualize this for you with some dishwasher detergent, because the next thing I do when I'm cooking is I make sure I don't leave all of the cleanup after dinner for, until after we're done eating. That just is an overwhelming job, and it becomes so big and time consuming, etc. So what I do is, as I'm cooking and prepping, any chance I get, maybe I'm waiting for water to boil, or maybe I'm waiting for something in the oven, I immediately get the breadboard or the bowl I'm using or whatever I'm done using, and I rinse it off and I put it into the automatic dishwasher. Now, of course, there are some items that cannot go in the automatic dishwasher, a few here and there, and for those I just hand wash them in the sink and put them in the dish drain to dry. So basically, when we are done with our dinner, the only thing left to wash are the dishes, utensils, and the glasses that we're using to eat, and maybe a few of the serving dishes if we happen to be using serving dishes that night. And that is another tip, actually. You don't necessarily always have to have serving dishes. I very often just portion out whatever we're going to eat into our plates right from the pots, and then we don't have yet another dish to clean at the end of the night. But of course, if you're having company or whatnot, you may want to use serving dishes. Now, if you're cooking for your family, then it's always nice when you get the family to help with the after dinner cleanup at the end. So family teamwork, if you can get everybody to help bring stuff from the table back into the kitchen to be clean, that's always a helpful thing. And to make that a little bit easier, you can give your older children or your spouse, use it yourself, a simple tray. You put your dishes, your glasses, napkins, utensils, anything you can pile on here. Put it in the tray, and then just bring the tray to the kitchen once. This way you don't have to be walking back and forth from the table to the kitchen, whether if you're sitting in the dining room. Perhaps you're sitting right in the kitchen, but still you don't want to have to make trips back and forth. The tray holds a whole bunch of stuff. And this is also very useful if you're eating outdoors, so you don't have to make several trips back and forth indoors. You can put quite a lot on these. This is just a simple plastic tray. I try to use the plastic trays because they are a lot lighter than the heavy wooden trays. Even a child can easily carry these. Now, my final tip to you today for after dinner cleanup not only helps me to clean up a whole lot faster, but it also makes the job a whole lot more pleasant. And that is having something on in the background that might be making you laugh, like your favorite TV comedy show. I like putting a couple of CDs in the CD player, and it just helps to make the whole chore a lot more pleasant. So I hope these tips will make your after dinner cleanup a snap. I hope it goes by as quickly as possible for you. I'm Gracia, owner of GetOrganizedNow.com, and remember, there is no better time to get organized than to get organized now.